Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jason Tucker. This is WP Watercooler, episode 91. We're a week late in doing this recap, but we're going to be recapping WordCamp Orange County 2014. Let's go around the room here real quick and get everyone introduced. We're going to start with Brandon Dove. Brandon, are you there? Brandon's not there. All right, how about you, Chris Ford?
Hi, I'm Chris Ford. I am the creative director at Creativity Included, where we create brand user experience and design strategies. And my website is creativityincluded.com.
Nice. How about you, Chris?
I'm Chris Perryman. I operate Revelation Concept. It is mainly a WordPress custom solutions company. We do custom themes and plugins for WordPress and design.
Very nice. Jeff, tell us about yourself, sir.
What?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, happy to. My name is Jeffrey Zinn. I work at Crowd Favorite, and I help organize the Orange County WordCamp.
Very nice. John, tell us about yourself, sir.
Hello, I'm John. I'm the Chief Email Officer at nineseeds.com. We build web stuff, and you can follow me pretty much anywhere else on the internet at Vegas Geek.
Robert, what about you, sir?
My name is Robert Nienhuis, and I am co-owner of Nien Studios Design and Creative, and help out with the co-organizing of WordCamp Orange County.
Very cool. Scott, what's up?
Hey, my name is Scott Bolinger. I do mobile apps with WordPress at AppPresser.com.
Suzette, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Suzette Franck. I am the WordPress evangelist over at Media Temple, which is a web hosting company in California.
Very cool. Syed, what's up?
Hey, I'm Syed Balkhi. I'm the founder of WPBeginner.com, which is a WordPress resource site. I'm also the co-founder of Opt-in Monster. I blog for a living at list25.com. You can find me at WPBeginner on Twitter.
Very cool. I'm Jason Tucker. You can find me, Jason Tucker, on Twitter, and I blog about video stuff and WordPress at WPmedia.pro. So let's talk a little bit about this awesome WordCamp.
You already kind of flavored opinions by saying it that way, though.
It was, yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Looks like Brandon's back. Hey, Brandon.
It was
sorry.
top 5.
Say that again, Suzette. Sorry.
Oh, I've been to a lot of WordCamps, and the Orange County WordCamp is definitely like in my top 3, if not like maybe the first one. That one in Chicago. They're just both awesome.
I totally agree with those. Those are 2 of my favorites, too.
Yeah, plus 1.
Yeah.
I feel no love for Miami right now.
Miami, they're up there too.
Miami
if Miami was closer to Vegas, if Miami was closer to Vegas, then I'd
those are like all my favorites, actually.
Sweet.
So let's talk a little bit about the camp itself. How many people ended up registering?
We had 340 tickets that we sold this year. We had a cap at about, I think 325 is what our goal, and then we had but there's always a few more towards the end. Sponsors want to get a few people in, stuff like that. So there was 340 tickets or badges printed. Here's the interesting thing, though. This year, for some reason, usually we get about, and I think this is typical for WordCamps, but maybe I'm way off, and Syed will let me know. Usually it's like kind of about 20% no-show. So for every 5 people that register, 1 of them won't show up.
Wow.
But this year it was really low. We only had I want to say it was 20 to 30 unclaimed badges.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was surprising.
One of the things I think is interesting is how people wait till the last possible second to register, and then they even forget to register, and then you have like about 15 to 20 people that are just like, how do I get in? What do I do? Can I volunteer? Can I do this and that? Did any of that stuff happen at this camp?
We had a lot less of it this year.
I think somebody I work with was guilty of that.
Yeah, there may or may not be someone on this call who had that problem.
It was not me, by the way. It was
John,
not me.
How was that experience with being able to purchase one on the black market?
The best part was I just went to Brandon. I'm like, yeah, Justin kind of forgot to register. Already bought tickets, plane tickets and hotel and all of that. Good times.
So how many Bitcoin did that cost? That's what I want to know.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, no, we always get that, like at the last minute, people who either just found out about it or, for some reason are waiting till the last minute because there's other, things they booked or whatever. But this year we had a couple interesting ones of people who just said, "Hey, I'm going to show up. Is that cool?" And we're like, not really. No, it's cool. So.
What's worse is the last minute people who come in and say, "Oh, I registered. Can I give my ticket away to somebody and get a refund?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want refund and they want to give away their ticket. That's not right.
Well, yeah, they're like, "Can you give this away for me and blah blah, blah and refund me?" And I was like, "What? That doesn't make any sense." I know exactly.
Yeah.
I think there should be no refunds at all. I wouldn't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only $3 anyway. It's contributing to the WordPress Foundation and to the WordPress project. So. Yeah.
Yep. We do have people sometimes that do, they know they're not going to make it, and they just tell us, someone else is going to use my ticket, and we always just tell them, just ask for your name. We already printed the badges, so that's not going to change anymore.
Yeah, you are that person for the day.
Yeah.
So, how many of us spoke here? Show of hands real quick. Who spoke? Okay, we had a few. Yep. I had a great time speaking. I think it's my second or third time speaking. It's my first time at this particular camp, and it was awesome. I mean, I was kind of speaking about something that doesn't have to do with WordPress directly. It was more about using microphones and headsets and all sorts of things like that. So
I loved that presentation, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't watch it. It was published on WordPress.tv. I'm so excited to watch that.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, it's already up there. They did an amazing job with the videos. I know Jason was part of that. I helped.
Jason was a huge part of it. Jason had one of the videos up before the first day was over, which was amazing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It was actually about 20 minutes after it was done. So yeah, that was fun.
I heard that Jason was also going to do video for Vegas this year too. That's what I heard.
I heard that too.
I'm actually going to be out there in Vegas helping out with the video stuff.
Hey, John, I will tell you, Jason does not come cheap.
Here's the thing. I'm not running it this year. I don't care.
Oh, no, honey.
Really expensive, actually.
Oh, you're saying I was really expensive? Yes, I was.
Yeah.
But completely worth it. Completely.
Absolutely
worth it.
A couple food trucks and we were good to go.
So
what were your favorite talks? Anybody?
I had a good one. So the business session that Chris Lemma did, I was sitting at Syed's table, and I have kind of a cool story from that. So he was talking about affiliate marketing and just general marketing for your business. So I was getting some tips for AppPresser. So one of his tips was he was going through the sales funnel of kind of getting people's emails and what to do after that follow-up and upsells and stuff like that. So the first part of the tip was to create an email magnet, which is kind of just something that you can trade for someone's email, like an ebook or a free course or whatever it is. So I created an ebook for AppPresser, and so our subscription rates increased by several 100%. After we used to get 2 or 3 subscriptions a day, now we get 15 to 20. And
wow.
all I did was I made an ebook and I said, enter your email and get this ebook, and that's all I did so far. So that was just the first part of his advice. So I plan on doing all the stuff, but that was a good win.
That's what I love hearing.
That's awesome. And unfortunately for the people at home, you're actually not going to be able to see any of those videos because we didn't record any of the videos from the business room. It would have been it would have been a really weird one. We'd have to have like a roaming camera or something. It would have been odd.
Yeah, it would have to be like one for each table, and then how do you record everybody that was on the table? Yeah, it would have been a mess.
Yeah.
You know what would be?
I was gonna say the other thing about that too is you do like we obviously we record most of the sessions, or all the sessions, and put them up and everything. But you do want to offer something to the WordCampers for actually being there. And the business track was one of those things that you had to be there for that. So that was the bonus.
It would be awesome if someone could do a write-up about it afterwards for those of us who, like I was speaking opposite. I was lucky enough to be speaking opposite the business track. So I think I had like 15 people in my room because you guys had like close to 80 people in the business room, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
But I would love to hear like maybe each person who led it. Did I really?
Yeah.
I had to I read this awesome book by Scott Birkin called Confessions of a Public Speaker. And when I went in, it seriously looked like there was no one in there. And I'd read in the book about how you should always try to get people closer. And it was a lot easier to talk to people once there weren't 50 people scattered in a giant room. But total side road there. But I would love if the people who led a table could do a little write-up of some of those tips that they threw out. That would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
That business session was so awesome because it was Chris Lemma was there. You had Syed, you had Kareem and Jason from Crowd Favorite. Then you had David from Max CDN, is that?
Yep, Max CDN.
And so it was just all these heavy hitters with all this awesome stuff. I wanted to be at all the tables at once. But it was man, it was worth the price of admission.
It was standing room only.
Yeah, it was. And one of the things that Chris said was we're not going to make this available for free because, he was paying us a lot of money. No, I'm just kidding.
So aside from that, what other good talks did you guys see?
I liked I didn't get to see many because I was either ahead of them or behind them. But John Gianconia from Disney, his talk on enterprise, how to get WordPress scalability going towards enterprise. It was not only was it informative, but his presentation was actually very good. It was just very well organized, easy to follow, and it was A+. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like Dave Josh's too because he's just king of the nerds. And he was talking about the difference between commas and periods in your PHP and how much load time, in milliseconds, it saves you. But it was crazy.
Yeah, that was some interesting stuff for sure.
And I really liked John Brown's talk about working remote. It was a really interesting thing that kind of happened in that room, which was he kind of talked a lot about kind of how to go about doing it. It's first off, it's a lot of work to work remotely and travel the world and whatnot. But and people were really into that. But man, as soon as he brought up the word gear, here's the gear I use. It's everybody just jumped to the front. They're like, that's what I want to know. How do you do it? What are you using? And yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Twitter went up off the hook, or whatever the kids are saying in the States. As soon as he started posting images of that gear, my phone started going.
That was crazy.
I could see that as being a list 25 thing. The 25 things that John just puts in his bag.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
Let's see here. What else was there? So there's kind of a common theme happening with Disney stuff. Chris Ford did a lot of Disney stuff. We had somebody from Disney. There was another talk in the other room, the room that you were in, Suzette, where someone was kind of using a Disney metaphor to describe some stuff. I don't recall which one it was.
But I do have the opportunity to see Kanan Oberlin, and I thought that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
They're a riot together. It's Konstantin Oberlin and
Michael
I don't know
Caine.
his first name, but he's awesome. They're a lot of fun. They talk about theme stuff.
They are a lot of fun. They had they were doing the very first episode of that at WordCamp Phoenix this year, And that happened to be the room that I had volunteered at Phoenix, and I was monitoring that one, so I introduced them, and they did that, and they didn't exactly have the audience they were looking for when they did that one, because first of all, it was supposed to be Kane and Oberlin in the morning, and they were scheduled in the afternoon, so the title was a bit off. But I was like the only one in the room laughing. I thought it was hilarious and informative. So afterwards, I told him, I said,
I was at that one as well. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I said, I'm gonna bring you to Orange County, but I'm gonna put you in the morning. It's gonna be awesome. And then I put him. We scheduled them against Chris Lemma, and I got an email. I got an email from Constantine saying, "What are you doing?" And then I got an email from Chris saying, "What are you doing?"
Oh no.
And then I got a tweet saying, "What are you doing? Why did his video show up and not ours?" Yeah.
So fun.
So
I
really
was Andrea Middleton. It was the second talk that she gave at a WordCamp, and she kind of formatted it after those choose your own adventure storybooks. So she would have like a different adventure, you know, like where you take this path or this path and something happens. So she explained about Mika Epstein. Let me see if I can remember, like 3 different people. The guy that organized South Carolina WordCamp, and she also talked about Helen Hosandy and her career, and just like the choices that they made have led up to what they're doing now, and they could have just like stayed at home and watched TV instead. So I thought her talk was a really neat format.
Yeah, I love that one too, Suzette. It was really funny, first of all. She's hilarious. But it was cool to see like just little things, like reaching out to people that you're intimidated by or whatever it is, getting more involved in the community and how it like literally changed people's careers. So it was cool.
The funny thing about that talk in particular...
Constantine was the other one she talked about. That was it. Constantine Oberlin.
Oh, okay. We were super excited to have her. That was awesome that she came. But when she told me how a couple of weeks ago, she had said, like, this is how I think I was going to do my presentation. She goes, do you think people are going to remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books? I said, yeah, I think we're all of that age that'll be something to remember. I said, besides, once you see once you see the branding that we did, it's going to be the exact same generation, so it should fit in just fine.
Oh my God, I love the branding. Like the shirt colors, you get the matching cup colors, and then you get the matching stickers. It was really well done, and the schedule was really well done. The booklet, I think whoever your art director was,
Robert, right here,
really good.
He always does he does such a great job. Every year it's like something amazing, like just top notch.
Hey Robert, talk into that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know, it was something that, like, I just thought it would be fun to do, something kind of like 8-bit and kind of something that would be a little bit more kind of like nostalgic and stuff for this year, and it wasn't necessarily Orange County related, but I think it still worked, and it was really fun getting a chance to kind of do like that 8-bit artwork a little bit. Like, I hadn't done it before, and it was a good opportunity to kind of try it, and it was really fun to do.
So Robert, tell us about what inspired you. What inspired you with this art?
Tell them about what the printer call that you got. And then tell them what inspired you.
No, yeah, so we submitted the posters, like the large posters that were out there to be printed, and the printer called, and she was like, oh my gosh, I think your typeface is defaulted everything is jaggedy and stuff. Refund the file. Like, no, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, you know, pixely and stuff. So she's like, oh, I was really worried I did something wrong. And so, but yeah, it was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was so creative. I love that the lunches were called Power Up.
I know. That was cool.
Yeah. The whole theme was great.
Yep. It was really well. And I really liked the new venue because how close it was to the hotels.
Okay.
And everybody stayed at the one hotel that I was staying at. I forget the name of it. Yeah, Eris. Yeah, Eris. And every day I would come down for breakfast, I would always end up having like really, really good conversations with WordPress people. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the community summit because whenever you woke up and you went out, there was just like a bunch of WordPress people. So I got to sit down with Mika and Andrea one day, and we had a very long conversation about all the different things with WordPress. And then one of the days I had a talk with Cody L and Mike Shorter from DreamHost and a bunch of people there. So it was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the venue.
Just from the AppPresser.
What was that?
It was walking distance from the after party, which was awesome. I love
know.
Dirty Bellies. That place is like great.
But don't get the ribs there. I made that mistake. That was.
Oh, really?
Were they not good, or did they
No,
repeat?
they were not good at all.
And I told you, stick with the fish and chips. It's an Irish pub, man.
Yeah, you gotta get
What
that.
did you ordering ribs?
It's like getting tacos at In-N-Out.
Yeah, talking about the venue though, because we'd been at Vanguard University for the last 2 years, where Syed had first come, and last year we sold out pretty fast, and Andrea told us in no uncertain terms that we needed to find a bigger venue. So we went to this new place, and we're kind of worried because we hadn't been there before. But the two things I thought were great about it, the Wi-Fi was excellent, and the soundproofing on the doors was really good. Like it would be, because I was in the lobby, and there was like laughter and stuff going on right behind the doors that were closing off the sessions. And I was thinking, oh no, those are going to bleed into the rooms. So I ran into the room real quick, and you couldn't hear anything. So that was awesome.
Nice.
And the coffee guy was freaking amazing. I have to say,
Cappuccino man.
yeah, he made like custom coffee for me. He put like some Snickers and like double shot espresso, and like it was sweet and powerful. I love that coffee shop.
Yeah.
That was Scotty Bo. Scott found that guy for us.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And the trait room, I walked in there and was like, wait, is this serious? Like, kick towers?
Well, it's important to have the food because you don't want people dragging, and it can be a long day sometimes. So you do need those snacks. And Brandon went over to Costco and he was sending me pictures from his phone, like, what about these? What about those? We're trying to think like we're trying to keep it kind of healthy, but we also wanted fun treats. Nothing that was gonna we chose not to do Oreos because if it got stepped on the carpet, that's a big mess. So no on the Oreos. So yeah, that was.
I also like the secret meeting rooms in the back. I just happened to walk that way and realized I'm like, oh, there are really cool rooms here. So we went there and like.
I walked into one of those rooms and found somebody taking a nap behind one of the dividers.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I used one of those rooms for a meeting. It was great.
Yeah, we technically we had not rented those particular rooms, but when we came in on Saturday, the guy that with our like venue liaison guy, he goes, yeah, if you guys want to use those, feel free. He goes, the copier is on, so if you need to make copies, like that's cool too. And that's actually one thing we wanted to say thank you for was the guy who was our venue liaison. He was the absolute best of all the venues I've ever been to. That guy was so fast. He knew all the answers, and if you didn't know the answer, he was the guy. He actually set up the balloons for us, which we didn't even ask for, because it's a school facility, so they have helium on tap apparently. He goes, yeah, you guys need some balloons. He goes, I'll fix that up. Don't even worry about it. And sure enough, we had balloons going up to
Why didn't you just bring out the bottle of helium?
That's actually in the insurance rider. We're not allowed to have whippets. So, yeah, the things the insurance say you can't have, and you probably had the same list, John, when you did your WordCamp, but you can't have a bounce house.
Lame.
You can't have a mechanical bull. Is specifically called out. I know.
By the way,
these are things that were on my list of things I wanted you to have, and
yeah, exactly.
I don't know any WordCamp that's had a mechanical bull, but maybe one did.
So
actually,
let's see here.
you know, we're in Vegas. We are. I think this year we're actually going to try to do the entire event downtown. So it may not be part of official WordCamp after party, but I do know of a mechanical bull within walking distance downtown. So.
All right.
So we have
Just
a few more minutes left here. Do we have any other speakers that that really just caught our eye, or something that was just really great for us? I mean, one of the things that Steve talked about was foundation, and using underscores of foundation. I thought that was a great talk, and he also owes me $5 because I just mentioned him. But we have him. Let's see here.
Shredder.
Yeah, Shredder was great.
Talking about getting involved with committing to core, which was a lot of fun. I like the he actually helped us get set up to use Git rather than SVN, so that was pretty cool.
Our own Chris Lemma did a really great job doing his talk. He always has just awesome talks.
We had a lot of new like first-time speakers this year, which we were super proud of, and we were very high on our like local. If you consider Southern California local, we had a lot of local people. We actually last year when we were done with WordCamp, when we were at the meetup for the next couple, we kind of said that it was time for you guys that have been sitting around for the last 4 years to step up, which was Jason and Jesh and David Winter, John Brown.
Oh, I saw his talk. That was good.
His was good. I also liked Jarrett Farmer from InMotion Hosting.
Oh yeah.
Last talk on Sunday. He was not only was his talk good, but he had never been to a WordCamp before ever.
Wow.
So he came on Friday and he came up to me and just said, like, what? I don't really know what a WordCamp is. Like, how is this going to work? And I gave him the the nutshell. Like, this is WordCamp and this is what it's going to be like. And by the end of Sunday, he was like, he had drank the Kool-Aid and a lot of it. Like, he was loving it. And he goes, I can't wait to go to the next WordCamp. This is so much fun.
That dude scared me because
he started just like that.
Yeah.
He scared me when he came up on stage because he had one slide up there and he's like, so this is my whole slide deck. I have one slide. And I'm like, oh no, this is not going to be good. And luckily he had a few extras and stuff, but I was just like, oh, wow, okay. Well, he's like, this is my first time talking, my first time this, and I'm like, oh, okay. But everything worked out good with that one.
Yeah. So I like that. And I like how much, I liked it, just like I said, that he just jumped in and became a part of the, if you didn't know, you would assume that he was just one of us right from the get-go, which is cool.
Let's see here. I'm looking at the list at some of the people that have been on the show here. Like, for instance, Alex Vasquez did one about managing yourself like a team. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm definitely going to watch that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I didn't get to see it live. But that one's on my list.
That one I heard a lot of laughter coming from the room as it was happening, and that's just typical of Alex. Alex is very, very good with crowds, very charming.
Alex called himself Popular.
It's not an inaccurate name.
He
Of course he
had a
did.
whole motif of poop going through his talk, so that was pretty good.
Of course he did.
So you know what? One of the cool thing that happened at right after the event. So we went to the dinner after the event ended, and Chris, I had the jam box that Chris had given me. And I was carrying it outside of the restaurant, and next thing you know, I run into a lady from Jambox who's like, "Did you just buy it?" And I've been like exchanging emails with her. That was a pretty cool contact.
Oh, nice.
So the person from Jambox was there?
Well, we went to this restaurant, and I randomly run into her because I had a Jambox in my hand that was a speaker gift that all the speakers got.
Oh,
That's
I was wondering. I heard that they were awesome, but I didn't hear what they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool gift.
Speakers got speakers.
Yep.
One other session that I thought was super cool was Eric Wolf talking about building, like using Angular to kind of make. Did you miss that one?
Eric Wolf is awesome. I used to work with him for like 2 years, like side-by-side developer. He is just like an awesome guy, and like I owe a lot to him. He taught me a lot of WordPress, but I'm sure his talk must have been great. I can't wait for that to come up on WordPress.tv.
He's a smart dude for sure.
He's super smart. He's awesome. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, and if anyone that's watching, we are posting you can find all the videos at WordPress.tv. They're all being slowly trickled out. We have about a dozen up, I think, right now.
Yep.
So,
I have no control over that.
Chris Forwards, which went up, I think, today or yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, I got to catch that one.
Yeah, we upload the videos and then they just sit through the queue. Somebody has to watch them and then they get approved from there. So it just takes a little bit of time to get everything pushed up. We wouldn't want a bunch of bad data showing up on WordPress TV. So
right.
And nice to have links to slides too, which I feel like is not something that happens all the time. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens.
I had said something so the theme that most WordCamps use is like it's like a like there's 2010 or something. It's just a standard theme a lot of us use. And I had mentioned, this is very very WordPressy, but I had mentioned to the lead developer for that, I said, what would be great is with the presentation, because they have a presentation custom post type, that if you could add a slides link and a video link. And he goes, yeah, that is a good idea. And he goes, you know who could make that change? So who's that? And he goes, you. Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what's great about WordPress. Everyone's involved.
Definitely. Well, everyone, make sure you go over to the website and take a look at that. You can also watch our show, read our show notes here, and see all the different links and everything to all the different talks that we talked about here. Make sure you go over to YouTube and click the subscribe button. I'm Jason Tucker. For all these folks, see you later. You have a good rest of your day.